What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Theme clock ticking music. Myron has had a very eventful 2024 in which he became much poorer and less successful. It's nowhere near their 2022 height when everything was just on and cracking. Just a year or two can change your life, for the better or for the worse. But something was consistent this year. Myron's hatred for the black community.
Bro, reparations are for okay? Black people need to just stop being lazy. You're not going to get a handout, okay? We're not going to give you your reparations because guess who's going to have to pay for that? The middle class is going to have to pay for it.
Yes.
Now, let's keep it 1,000. You get your reparations, what you going to do with it? You'll buy a bunch of some Jordans, some drugs, some weed.
And Myron's hatred for black women.
He said that you're cool as but he needs an STD test first.
I'm clean.
She said she's clean. So what's up?
Hey, they just came out with a cure for so you can any black girls you want now.
Oh my God. I do not have any.
Oh my God.
What? Black women have the highest rates of what? What?
But Myron never thought that basically he would have to pay a price before Christmas. Now, Myron is a Muslim by default, so he probably doesn't celebrate the holiday season. But there are a group of blacks who are celebrating this for the holiday season. And it brings me to a gentleman by the name of Mr. Arthur Watkins on Twitter. Arthur Watkins Jr. on X is a brother that is responsible for something called the American Freedmen Legal Fund. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the American Freedmen would most likely be the same thing as hashtag ADOS and hashtag FBA. What does the American Freedmen Legal Fund do or try to achieve? Well, it says clearly, we seek to secure resources for covering essential expenses, advancing advocacy initiatives, and funding critical legal proceedings. Okay, well, what does that have to do with Myron? Well, this is what Arthur Watkins wanted to do against Myron Gaines. Remember those clips of Myron disrespecting black people? Well, Arthur Watkins got tired of it, and he found a loophole in how to get Myron back. This all started December the 1st, 2024. Fighting back against Myron Gaines, defending American freedmen's rights and protecting intellectual property. The American Freedmen Legal Fund is taking a stand against Myron Gaines, founder of Fresh and Fit, who has been engaging in actions that not only undermine the rights of American freedmen, but also violate the intellectual property of major corporations such as Rockstar Games. Gaines has repeatedly used concepts, imagery, and branding tied to Rockstar Games without permission, incorporating them into his products and content to further his own commercial agenda. This isn't about protecting intellectual property. It's about defending the integrity and rights of American freedmen. Myron Gaines' actions, which include exploiting these properties for personal gain. His behavior has already led to bans and demonetization across various platforms, but the fight doesn't stop there. The American Freedmen Legal Fund is now stepping in by sending a formal letter to Rockstar Games to notify them of the violations and requesting they take legal action to protect their intellectual property. This move is a part of a broader effort to hold Myron Gaines accountable for his actions and to send a message that any exploitation of black and freedmen culture for profit will not be tolerated. Well, who is Rockstar Games and basically what do they create? Rockstar Games is a company that basically creates Grand Theft Auto, one of the most popular games in the history of video games. And what does that have to do with Myron? Well, if you look at this other post, you see on their Fresh and Fit podcast, they make themselves look like they're a part of GTA. It's very clear here. You can see here with Myron in the red coat. You can see with one of their guys here in the studio in the blue suit coat. There's the other guy from Haiti here, kind of the big guy, Big Mo, and then Chris, the producer. So basically, with all of the things that they are spewing online, they are making themselves with the imagery of GTA, which basically is saying, hey, we condone Fresh and Fit in what they do, and they're doing it without their consent. This is actually a very smart move.
That boy is good.
So what happened from that? Well, there was an update. It says this. Update. The Rockstar imagery has been removed from Myron Games timeline as of December 24th, 2024. Merry Christmas. Accountability enforced. Myron Games faces consequences for copyrights violations and beyond. After a formal complaint from the American Freedmen Legal Fund, Rockstar Games has taken action against Myron Games, founder of Fresh and Fit, for unauthorized use of their intellectual property. As a result, all infringing content has been removed from his platforms. This is just one example of how I respond when individuals like Games engage in harmful rhetoric or attacks against American freedmen. Moving forward, if Myron Games continue to target American freedmen with base attacks, we will deploy additional tactics to hold him accountable in ways that address his broader misconduct. This latest victory is a reminder that actions have consequences, whether it's through defending intellectual property or countering harmful narratives. We are committing to fighting back strategically and effectively. The fight for justice continues. To those who seek to harm or exploit freedmen, take notice. Accountability is inevitable. Thank you for standing with us. Now, I was able to find out the American freedmen definition and who those people are. And again, I had an idea that this would be the case. There's actually a response to this that basically he said. He's responding to someone, and he says this: you might not fully grasp the concept of status. Freedmen include all of those from the FBA, Foundational Black Americans, ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery, the Gullah Geechee, Creole, Black Cowboys, Black farmers, and Cajun communities who are descendants of American slavery up to emancipation. We do not identify as Africans, which is true. So there are definitely many different communities of African Americans formerly, or have hashtag FBA or American freedmen, including the Gullah Geechees in the Carolinas and the Black Cowboys, the Cajun communities in the Louisiana, New Orleans area. So basically, this is what he said. But honestly, I like the move, and this was a very intelligent move to attack Myron. You see, the thing that a lot of us try to do is basically let's go in and roast them on a Twitter space or yell at them or troll them, but this is where it hurts. Hey, okay, you want to do that? What we're going to do is we're going to make you pay for what you're doing. You want to do that? Okay, here's what we're going to do. And I think that's the procedure that we need to do against people like that. And Myron probably underestimated the fact that, you know what? Black people are actually intelligent. And shout out to that brother Arthur Watkins for this big, huge win. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.